Hello, Dr. Tawanna Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. What's up, peoples? What is good? What is going on with my cousins? Let me go ahead and get everything set up. It's been a cool minute. Hope all is well with you spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. While I am getting set up on my other platform, I am multi-streaming. I am going to go ahead and just play the intro for this live video. Give me a second to share. I want to ask you to share before we even get started. I'm not going to be here long. I'm going to be in and out, like in and out. So please share this with somebody somewhere. Maybe the answer to their problem. You know, it may be a solution to a situation that they are dealing with. They just might need clarity, and your share is absolutely free and it does not take any of your time. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and play this intro. I'm going to get our other cousins over here and we're going to go ahead and get this thing rocking and popping. You see the title? They keep on raising the prices, the rent, the food. They raising everything except your paycheck. But we got solutions to that problem. And this is a universal problem that millions are, feeling the effects of at this very moment. So because I am the disruptor, I'm going to go by here and disrupt. I'm going to let you know what's going on. I'm also going to let you know what you can do. Here we roll. If you are here for the very first time, welcome. If you are a cousin or a kinfolk, welcome back.
Hey, 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 whole kingdom outside. Who outside? Kingdom outside. Who got pressure? We got pressure. We got pressure. Oil on me, can't touch this. Whole atmosphere, get disruptive. Who outside? Hey, kingdom outside. Hey, I don't step weak, I step covered. Whole lot of grace, whole lot of hustle. Pray through pain, now it's up. Devil mad, cause we blessed for real. Big faith, big motion. Whole camp, stay focused. Kingdom talk, different language. Whole room shift. When I'm in it, flags up, hands high. Whole squad outside, flags up, hands high. Watch heaven override. Hey, outside, kingdom outside. Who got pressure? We got pressure. We got pressure. Oil on me, can't touch this. Whole atmosphere, get disruptive. Left side, right side. Let the whole camp slide now. Right side. Kingdom stepping outside now. Whole atmosphere changing. When the kingdom outside.
All right, y'all, let's roll. What's going on, Instagram fam, YouTube, Facebook? all the platforms that I am streaming to. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my presentation. Of course, y'all not going to be able to see it over here. You can hear me. The reason why you're not going to be able to see it is because I would have to turn the phone the elongated way, and that's not the format of Instagram. So you literally have to read from left to right, back and forth. I would have to pan the phone that way. So same information that I am going to be sharing with those that are over here on YouTube or Facebook. It's going to be the same information I'm sharing with you. You just going to hear it. They're going to see it. Okay. If you do want to see it, feel free to hop on over on YouTube or Facebook, Dr. Tawanna Worlds on Facebook and Dr. Tawanna the Disruptor on YouTube. With that being said, let me stop the share here and pull my screen up here. We're just going to go ahead and get straight to work. What is going on? Because the economy is changing, but are you changing with the economy? I titled this, They Are Pricing People Out of Life. That is you, that is people you know, that is your loved ones, your coworkers, your longtime friend, your old classmates. Everybody is feeling the pain. Everybody is feeling the disruption to their paychecks, to their finances, to their cost of life. It's one thing to affect your money. Okay, your money might go down, but you still be able to maintain. Say for instance, there's one thing happening that caused the wages or the economy to have to offset money and we drop down a little bit. Cool. But when you start hitting people's, food, all of the things that we need to live, when you begin to attack all of those things simultaneously, water, there's a shortage of water. That makes the cost of water go up because they have to use so much water to power this AI. Food, all of that stuck in the Strait of Hormuz for months and months while they decided and determined their wars and what they were going to do. All of that food backlog, the cost of food on the shelves gone up, the cost of living, your rent, your insurance, your daily necessities, your toilet paper, your toothpastes, everything has gone up except your paycheck. Why is it the people in high places becoming more prosperous and the people who use their blood, sweat, and tears to make this country great is becoming more poor? And there is something that you can do about it, just like there's something I can do about it. So this is not some doom and gloom type of situation. It's the truth being presented before you, but there is options. They're available right at your fingertips. It's just if you gonna pivot or you gonna take opportunity to execute, do what you need to do to provide and protect you and yours, because that is your responsibility and no man's or no other woman's responsibility to make sure your family is good. If you see your paycheck going down and everything is going up, then you need to learn how to either add more streams. You need to learn how to stay afloat, how to keep up with what needs your family have. And only you know that. Okay. So while they're pricing people out of life, beware. The economy has changed and is continuing to change. Here's what you can do about it. You can stay on this side and say, look, I'm just going to hope and pray that this get better. We get raptured up out of here. Or you can get on this side and you can pivot. Real talk, okay? The economy been talking. Signals are sounding everywhere. Rising costs are no longer temporary inconveniences for any of us. They are structural shifts reshaping how American families are living day to day, how they're able to plan, and how they are able to survive. Problem is, not many people are surviving. I have seen so many people going to rent out storage facilities, making the back seats of their vehicles their new home. It's terrible. I can't believe that this is happening, before our very eyes. And we still gonna act like we got our heads stuck in the sand and don't think that it could be knocking on our doors tomorrow, later on, the next week, etc. Okay. The question isn't whether prices are going up. The question is, are you listening? Are you seeing with your own eyes? Believe your eyes, not the lies. People, food prices have surged at rates not seen in 4 decades. Four. We know what a decade is. That's over 40 years ago. This increase, this rise that we're at is hitting and hurting people hardest at the checkout line. People are literally balancing, can we afford to eat or do we keep, the lights on? Do we pay rent or do we pay our car payment? Rent and mortgage costs have outpaced wages. People are not able to sell their homes. People are not able to buy homes. So these big corporations are buying up all of these properties, and that makes it bad for a lot of people, whether you believe that or not, because if your credit score ain't where they want it to be, if you're not making 10 times the amount of rent, then they will absolutely deny you off the rip. How is you making 3 times the amount of rent that is inflated? 1,600, okay? How would you be making 3 times the amount of 1,600 with a minimum wage paycheck? That does not make any sense. That is why I show up and I teach you how to create other streams of income. This ain't no pride talk. I'm very humble. Every single day, I ask God to keep me humble and keep me in humble places. I've done a lot of things and I've touched a lot of money, but I will still go out and sit with the poor. I will still walk amongst them. I will still sit down with them, have a conversation with them. I'm not finna flash on them, splurge on them. I'm not finna do any of that. I don't have to. So I'm very humble. But once I found out that I don't gotta trade my time for no minimum wage that I can't not get back, and then y'all inflating everything so that my minimum wage can't afford those things that I really need. I'm not talking about the things that I want. I'm talking about the things that I really need: food, gas, a place to live, clean clothes. I'm talking about a phone bill, a cell phone to communicate, basic necessities. I can't afford those things. So now I got to figure out what to do that does not require more of my time to be put in the workforce for minimum wage, because I will never get there. I got know people that are working 3 and 4 jobs and they still can't pan out fair. Stop that. Stop it. Okay? I don't care if it's making me an app for somebody. I don't care if it's making me a planner for somebody. I don't care if it's making me a template, if it's making an AI, artificial intelligent song or beat, a lyric. It doesn't matter. Since y'all have pivoted this way, I'm going this way too, and I'm going to get me some so I can stay right here. I don't need to keep going down here. I got too many people depending on me. And it has never been easier to get to you a bag fast. And I got to put this disclaimer on there, okay? The acceleration will determine how desperate you are, literally. If I wanted to make money right now while y'all online with me right now, I can create me something that I can sell right here, right now, even when I get off of here, and I can just keep selling it over and over and over and over again. I created it one time and I get paid from it forever, because that is the era that we are in. And we're wasting time being distracted by everything else that does not matter. We're looking at everything else and they're literally coming inside of our homes and taking away this and taking away that and taking away this. Slowly for surely, then once we wake up and realize, hey, this ain't even entertaining no more, and you look around, all of the things that you have lost is when it'll be way too late. I love my cousins way too much. Okay. I'm not going to go get all this information and ride off with it by myself. I don't think it's right what's happening. So I come here to share, what is your plan B? What is your exit plan? Their system is falling. That's why they reset the system. Everything is stablecoin, digital, AI, artificial intelligence, everything. They had to reset it. We was too deep in debt. Could not pay our way out of it. And study pumping billions and billions of dollars to foreign wars that have no ending. And allowing millions of people to come into this country and take all of the housing and healthcare benefits away from the American people. That was just mainstream headlines 2 days ago. The damage that is done, the aftermath of what happened when we let everybody come over here who ain't never had no health care, who ain't never had no, housing assistance, low income, nice homes. I don't care if they were Section 8, they were nice depending on where they were coming from. Never. Energy and insurance premiums continue climbing, squeezing households' budgets smaller and smaller in every direction. You know how a lemon you take it and you just wring that bad boy till you get all of the juice out, or a dish towel, you got to wring it. People are getting wrung. They've taken them through there, literally. The real cost of living. Inflation is not just a headline, it's a daily reality that is compounding, stacking on top of each other. That's what I just mentioned. Housing up, food is up, insurance is up, gas is up, water is up. It's compounding across every category of life. When every essential expense rise simultaneously together, families lose their margin of error. And like you see this graphic on the board on the screen, inflation, rent, food, healthcare, transportation, everything. They didn't ran out of room. Oh no, they got some at the bottom. Hold on. Each category is taking a bigger share of your money. Families are no longer building. I don't know how I skipped, but let's go back to what that said. Families are no longer building. They can't afford to build. They are being forced to just simply hold on. That's all they can do. And when survival becomes the goal, millions of Americans are working harder than ever before. I just mentioned that. I know people personally, and they are falling further behind. The harder they work, they can't keep up with everything. So mentally, they are checking out. That is why you see so much happening when it comes to crash outs and meltdowns. Financial stress has become the defining experience of modern life for working families. Multiple jobs, still living paycheck to paycheck. And like I said, the storage unit nation, that has become a thing. It is dangerously scary that the United States has more storage units than McDonald's locations, which is a quiet symptom of downsizing and displacement. People are being compartmentalized. They're going smaller and smaller. They're being wrung. They have to literally shrink down. Okay, let's downsize. Okay, we don't need a 3 bedroom. Let's just do a 1 bedroom. Well, you know what? 1 bedroom wasn't comfortable either. Let's just do a studio. Oh, well, let's try to do a weekly hotel. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, let's just live in our storage. Oh, they caught us, living in our storage. How about we live out the back of our truck? They are shrinking American people slowly for surely. And it's a lot of people just because you don't see them, just because you don't know them. Here is the paycheck problem. If your paycheck stopped tomorrow, how long could your household realistically operate? For most American families, the honest answer is sobering. A single missed paycheck, a single missed day of work, one day late to work, 3 hours, cascades into missed rent, missed car payments, and impossible choices between food and medication. One income stream attached to one employer, and you have multiple people depending on that one stream, is the riskiest financial position a family in today's economy could be in. 63% of 329 million people in America are living paycheck to paycheck. 63%, over half. And not many even have $400 of emergency savings. They don't have what you would need available for unexpected expenses if you needed to take a day off. If you had an emergency in your family, you don't have a backup savings plan that would cover that day. 56% of people cannot cover $1,000. Adults who could not cover $1,000 emergency fund without debt is 56% of people. The world of work is changing. AI and automation, entrepreneurship, more people are becoming independent artists, not singing artists. I'm talking about influencers, coaches. They're starting their own communities. They're learning skills and they're making money from those skills. Real talk. They're making money from them skills. I'll show you. Is it up here? No, I don't have time to go there because I'm going to stick to the script. Next time I'm going to come back with live receipts. I literally just started a YouTube channel and a TikTok channel that does way better than my own personal channel, who has almost 100,000 followers on it, all with AI generated music. And the people is eating it up, literally. This channel only been started about 6 days, and I have more views and more, engagement on artificial intelligence created or assisted music than on, my real stuff. So there is no excuse at all as to why you can't find you maybe 15, 20 minutes a day. If you see a problem, how can you solve that problem? I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about if I see a problem like single mother survival guide. Okay. If I see that there are single mothers and inflation is inflating out here real bad for my sisters, hey sis, here's a quick guide. You can buy it for $5. I will have AI assist me in creating a guide for single mothers who need to survive this economy. How to actually find the discounts. You know what I'm saying? I would fill it up with information, of course, that is very useful. And I would allow AI to go and do the research so I don't have to. And now I have me a guide for single mothers who want to know how to survive this economy. And they're only paying $4.99. You get 100 people to pay you $5 a day. That's $500 a day that you made, and it only took you maybe 10 minutes to create the whole entire guide. All AI assisted. You tell AI the input, it gives you the output. You put it together, and boom, you have something to sell. So AI automation, learning new skills and using those skills. If I teach you how to edit in Canva, that's a skill. If I teach you how to use Claude or ChatGPT, that is a skill that you can go offer to the millions of people who don't want nothing to do with AI, don't know nothing about AI, need to learn something about AI. Now you have a skill you can go and teach somebody and get paid to do it because your time is involved. Regardless if you work in a 40 hour or not, I can find 1 hour every Saturday or Sunday somewhere. Say, hey, we're going to learn how to prompt using AI. That's just what we're going to do for about an hour. Coffee and cash flow. Sit with me while we, figure out how to make six figures using AI. We're just learning. I'm not a professional. This is a women's community or whatever, a men's community. And I'm not being biased, brothers, okay? Because I know I got a lot of brothers that follow me, tell their wives about me, etc. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know I serve y'all as well. I'm just using an example. That's it. How you gonna miss it trying to work, do physical work? I didn't went into hotels and then talked to hotel managers. They are miserable with their work. I'm like, let me show you how to create you something while you still coming to this job. It's working for you. All across the spectrum, not just hotel, people that work in car dealership, bankers. They like, what? Yeah, it's like that. What are you doing? The cost of waiting is costing a lot right now. The longer you wait, we wait, the fewer options that we have. Every day, every minute, every week, every month of inaction is a week, day, hour, month of compounding disadvantage for you. Waiting to build wealth, waiting to learn a new skill, waiting to invest in yourself. Each delay narrows your runway and reduces your choices. Assets not purchased today could significantly cost more tomorrow. Look at gold and silver. 110% increase on silver. What was once just a couple of $100 is now almost $6,000 for an ounce of gold. Waiting to learn, skills not acquired now widens the gap between you and your opportunity. When you refuse to learn or you just wait, put it off to the back burner. Okay, I'm gonna teach y'all a skill right here, right now. And waiting to prepare. Emergencies don't announce themselves and they are never cheap when they pop up on you. It's gonna cost you. Even if you've been trying to save up for a rainy day, it's gonna cost you. In one blink of an eye, all your savings could be gone because of one emergency. And then you're back to zero. Let's not do that. Okay? The new economy. While the old economy pricing people out right now, the new economy is quietly creating lanes for those who know where to look. Wealth is being built, just not by those still playing by the old rules. The new economy rewards builders, action takers, creators, owners. It's a mindset, not a money set. It's a mindset. This economy will reward your creativity. If you ever just sat down and thought, man, I like what, if I can visualize it in my mind, you can now bring it to life with AI. If you wanted to travel somewhere, you can put yourself in a photo shoot and other people too. One of my buddies sell names written in the beach sand. You can literally go to AI, ChatGPT, and say, hey, write Marcus and Tawanna in the sand right at sunset on the Santa Monica Pier. Make sure all of its, attractions are in the background but blurred out. Man, I could sell that. I could sell that. Let me show y'all something because y'all probably don't believe me. But let me stop the share and come over here and show y'all something that was just live and breaking. Okay. People are doing this. Let me pull it up for you. All right. Some people do some weird things, and what we might consider weird is maybe not weird to them. But I'm gonna tell you, when have you ever heard people becoming millionaires from selling feet pictures? Selling foot pictures is a lucrative, booming, multi-billion dollar niche in the online content industry. Creators can make anywhere from $30,000 to $100,000 annually. Some celebrities, like singer Lily Allen, have even reported making money from foot content on platform like OnlyFans. That then for millions on music stream. AI generated music. AI generated music. Um, the Shade Room or something like that. I think it's a Shade Room just did a piece on how some of the melanated women was like, me too. This is what they like to see: the bottom of your feet, your toenails. Pay you a lot of money to go get your nails done, your toenails, so that they can see your feet. When this thing first started booming, there was a lady in Houston that became a self made millionaire selling her Q-tips from her ear, her toenail clippings, her underwear that she wore and took off, weird, crazy stuff like that. So, lady right now over in UK charging women $1,000 per pop to teach them how to have a real, you know, orgasm. Stuff that we think is weird, people is out here making millions off of. Go look up a lady named Miss Excel. She only teaches people. She's a one-man show. She don't have no team. She done made $1 million times that over and over and over again, teaching people Microsoft Excel. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, so right now would be the perfect time for you to take your creativity and turn it into cash flow. To take what's in your brain, just do a brain dump and say, hey, what could you create me from this? Selling digital products, creating communities, starting communities. People love the community. Hey, women's with depends. You know what I'm saying? Women that have got to wear Pampers, women that are in menopause, they have communities for that. Women that suffering a divorce or just got married, new mommies, women over 40 wanting to build muscle, without going to the gym. There is so much to be involved in right now, cousins. Okay? Too much to name. The new rules have changed everything. The old playbook, go to school, get a job, save in a 401k, was built for a different economy. The new rules reward a fundamentally different set of choices. Which side of the equation are you currently on? The old side is one paycheck, depend on an employer. The new side is multiple income streams, build parallel revenue. The old way, consumers spend on other people's assets. The new way, owners build and own your own assets that appreciate. Workers, the old way, trade their time for money. Builders, the new way, build systems that generate wealth independently. The choice is not about luck or education or background. It's about which side of these equations you consciously decide to stand on. You're a willing participant in your future. Okay? Ownership changes everything. When you own, you can't be controlled. They can't control your food, your water when you own. Okay? And I'm just going to leave it there on that screen because I'm going to wrap this up. I said I wasn't going to be long at all. I want to give you guys an opportunity. I've been telling y'all. Okay? I've been telling you. Not only to get yourself and your credit together because you can leverage the mess out of it. I'm going to tell y'all the whole truth. They don't care how much money you got at all. They looking for that adult report card that says you're trustworthy, you're reliable, you're on time, and things happen. So if you haven't been, that's cool. Clean that off. Get it removed so you have a fresh start and you can play a different game. I have showed y'all lots of receipts, but I'm going to show you this latest receipt, 2 day old receipt. Okay, because it's right here fresh. Next time if I come by here, I may not have more time than what I have been having lately. But I try to spread myself, as thin as I can, honestly. And I still make time to come by here for my cousins intermittently. Been telling y'all about the trade line, about the credit, about the sweep. Not only for yourself, if you can help people find money, you'll never have a money problem. That is the best evergreen business you could ever have. People are always looking for credit and money. And if they don't have credit, they need help with the credit so they can get money. And if they do have money, but their credit is terrible and they can't get what they need because their credit is terrible, they need help with credit. It's it's not a one side or the other. This is always at all times. Okay? We tell y'all we help you get into the 700 club on purpose. Because we know, okay, where you can go when we get you to this score. We know what type of moves you can play. I can turn the camera around this over here so you guys can see it as well. Let me make it a little bigger. Okay. 101 points up on the TransUnion. 102 points up on the Equifax. Both scores at a 725. Okay. I'm going to show you timestamps, dates for the receipts. Somewhere between July 6th, it was on the 12th, to be honest with you. Your credit card with Barclays Bank was added. This is a trade line. This is what shot this credit report from a 660. It shot it up 101 and 102 points. Can't remember exactly where it was at, but you just saw 101, 102 just by adding one trade line. If you didn't do nothing else but sell trade lines. And I've literally showed y'all how to make $10,000 a month just selling trade lines. You up 101 points from 6 days ago. On the 6th, you were down 101 points, as you can see there. Right at about a 660. Now, you at a 725. Anything over a 680 or even a 720. No documents, no nothing is needed. I don't care if you got a 800 on paper. Still going to be the same equivalent as having a 720. You can go anywhere to any bank and take your nothing and turn it into a lot of something. And this only took when was this added? Let me make sure I don't. It was a $15,000 trade line. It was added. Let me look at the date without putting too much information. There go the date. 7/7/2026. 7/7/2026, right here. No, it's a little blurry, but right here, 7/7/2026 is the date that was added. And by 7/12, you went up from a 660 to a 725, over 100 points by adding a trade line. I've been telling y'all for a long time it don't take long. If you want the trade line plug, put a 1 in the chat. I'm going to give you the trade line plug where you can go and sell trade lines every day like coffee. Okay? Literally. You can start within your inner circle. Hey, I got trade lines. I can help you boost your credit. You looking to buy a house in the next 30 to 60 days? I'm the trade line plug. I got the plug to the trade lines. They pay for their own trade lines, so no money never comes out of your pocket. Okay? How you gonna make your money is if, say for instance, this $15,000 trade line. You're buying it wholesale because I gave you the plug, and they say, hey, to be added to that is 800. And you say, hey, to be added to this $15,000 trade line is 1,000. You keep the two, you take the 800 and pay for their trade line. They're good, you're good, everybody's good. And if that trade line has 10 spots available on it and 10 people get it at $1,000 and you add all 10 people, okay, you just did you 1,200 in a day. You can do you 10,000 in a month. There ain't no extra strenuous work. You ain't using your muscles to make money. You're not wasting your time. You just simply getting paid because you the connect. That's it. If y'all want that trade line plug, put a 1 in the chat. I'm going to give it to y'all. I'm literally going to hand it to maybe the first two for $47. I do not sell the trade line plug. I have a whole bundle of trade line plugs. Okay? When I tell you there's a whole community you can go and start. Everybody that wants trade lines, come here. You never have to worry about marketing or anything. You just type, everybody that wants trade lines, looking for trade lines, I'm the plug. Join my free group. Now you got a community of people where every day it's hundreds of people in there. You say, hey, I got a Barclays for 15K. Hey, I got 100,000 credit limit trade line. I only got 3 spots on it. Do you know the type of revenue you would see? I showed you screenshots. I showed y'all screenshots, 100%. I've shown you $10,000 consistently for a whole year, just off trade lines. See if I got time to pull it up because my time is winding down. I gotta go. If y'all want that for $47, put a 1 in the chat. I'm not gonna offer it to you for no $47. I'm literally handing you something for you to do that's going to help you get out of this mess. I said in the beginning, solutions to the problems. If you want to stay afloat, doesn't matter if you make $250 extra. Okay, it doesn't matter. Here's the screenshots. Let me see if y'all won't be able to see it with this. I know y'all can see it over here. Okay, $9,767. And this ain't to impress you or share my business with you. This is, there you go. Let me get this on the screen. 9,767. That's 1 month. Scroll over. Okay. Straight line. $11,247. $11,247. Scroll over. $10,602. I don't know why this thing be geeking. See if it'll come up. because I want y'all to see. There go $10,602. Just selling trade lines. $15,885. So on the times where I might have been short, 9,760, this next month superseded that. Okay. Let me go over here. So like on these months where there was 6,300, and that was probably because I wasn't doing something. Okay, I was tied up. I couldn't do something. But this goes on for days and days and days and days. 16,033. I'm not gonna bore y'all, but you know I come with receipts. $16,033 in that month. $8,585 in that month. For a whole year, I showed y'all these receipts, okay? So I have the trade line plug. I'll give it to you. The first two for 47, first come, first serve. I'm also going to invite you to the Wealth Coalition. If you want to learn about land, if you want to get in on finding you land for hundreds of dollars below market value, you want to learn how to make AI music, create these digital products, you want to learn how to automate it, create it once, get paid from it forever. You want to learn how to get into government contracting. You want to learn how to write books. You want to learn how to protect your resources and your assets. That's what I was trying to say at the same time. Your resources and your assets. Whatever you bank, you ought to protect. Okay? Whatever you bank, you ought to protect. And there are certain things you can do and certain investments you can make that are not taxed. They don't be taxed. So I teach you all of that inside of the Wealth Coalition. Okay, I'll teach you AI automation, government contracting, non-CDL transportation. I teach you. Um, I give you digital products already done for you, so you come in and get ready to sell if you don't have nothing to sell, and if you still trying to learn and feel your way, learn new skills and create new things. No, we want you rolling credit. You get access to all of the credit. You get access to the sweeps, to the hacks, 24-hour hard inquiry removal. All of that is now housed inside of the Wealth Coalition. I got a fire vendors list for celebrity hair, top of the line clothing, name brand, all kind of stuff. Rihanna, Fenty, everything that you see being sold in the stores, you get access to the vendors. So much, but everything is inside the Wealth Coalition. Okay, I will say this: they blowing me up. It's time for me to go. I will say this before I do go. Hopefully, if you have a question, ask it now. I can answer it. Nevertheless, before I go, I want to tell you, okay, what we're witnessing is not going to get better, it's going to get worse. And the longer that you wait, the more expensive it becomes. People will not let you in on a subscription base. People will charge you up front because they have gone ahead of you and figured this thing out and mastered it. And now that's going to be required more income. I charge $97 a month to be inside this coalition. I will go ahead and run this back. I ain't been here in a while. I'm supposed to go over the mentorship opportunities. I have not had the time to do so. But I will let you in if you want to get in for a one-time payment of $97 instead of it being $97 monthly. You will be grandfathered in, pay that one time, get in there, get everything out of there. You have my permission to sell for yourself. I'm giving you everything that I have purchased, everything that I have, accumulated, everything I created. I'm handing it to you. Now go do something with it. You are without excuse. And I don't got nothing to sell. I don't know what to talk about. We go over creating AI twins, marketing. That stuff is in there done for you, literally. Okay. How to start your own communities, everything. Trying to remember it all as I close out. But I will let you in for a one time payment of $97. Then after that, you don't see this video no more. Oh, I seen the video, Dr. T, 2 days ago. I can't find it. It's deleted. You either get in when you can or you don't. Get in another time, but today's price will not be tomorrow's price. If I feel led, if I feel stirred, if I feel like I should be coming out talking to my cousins because I have been, you know, impressed upon my heart and my spirit to help, especially knowing the information that I know and seeing it unfold before our faces. Then I come here not for me, but for you. That's why I don't have to show up every day. That's why I can go away for weeks because I have done what I'm giving you access to inside of this Wealth Coalition. I'm just going to help you get there faster, like the emergency preparedness workshops, the live workshops, instead of you having to pay to sign up for those workshops where I'm showing you how to create this, how to create that, whatever I'm demonstrating. You won't have to pay for those individually as a part of your, you know, cousinhood. That's what I call it, not membership, but cousinhood in the coalition. Then that comes with it. With that being said, I love y'all. I gotta go. I'll see y'all on the next time, okay? Let me put the information on the screen. The link is pinned over here on Instagram, cousins. You will click the link. I think when I end the live stream, the link goes away, but the link will be in my bio, okay? And that's how you get into the coalition. If you interested, I didn't even give y'all the opportunity. I did give y'all the opportunity with the credit. So if you guys are interested, the first option that I gave you, then go ahead, the trade line plug. Go ahead and DM me because that is not in the coalition. But if you get in the coalition, I do throw in a trade line plug in there. So it's I don't want to get in the coalition. I'll give you $47 for the trade line plug. All right, let me get in the coalition. One time payment of $97, and you get all of that anyways. With that being said, I love y'all. There's nothing you can do about it. Here's the information for you guys to see it on the screen. Until the next time, go in peace so you don't end up in pieces, cousins. And if ain't nobody told you today they love you, Dr. T wants you to know that I showed up because I love you. I'm out. That's the information on the screen, cousins. Email payment platforms. In case you see this and you're like, hey, I want to get in my spot. Here's the information. It is not in the description of the video. It is right here on the screen, right above the ticker that is scrolling across the bottom of the screen is all my contact payment information. All right, y'all. See you next time.